my goodness. God, I hope Netanyahu dies. I hope this is it, man. I hope. Like, I don't understand. Are we getting an accurate description of what's going on? Or are we like, are they lying to cover up the fact that it's not working out well for them? They're getting their shit kicked in. I hope Netanyahu, like, I woke up today with the message that Ben Gvir had at the very least been severely injured. And I tell you, that was the happiest I've been in a long time. I mean, I've been married, so, married for like 20 years, so, I'm not waking up to any sort of, happiness that way. But considering I've been married for 20 years, that's the happiest I've been in a long time waking up. Oh my gosh, Ben Gvir might be fucking on his way out. Ben Gvir, that dude's a piece of shit. And I still think, like, what's going on? Shouldn't he be, isn't it Israeli style to, shove it in your face? So if Ben Gvir was actually alive, wouldn't they be like, look, he's still alive, and bragging about it to the moon? Seems like it's not being handled properly. Seems like again, you haven't heard from Ben Gvir. Netanyahu's bullshit, his brother. Like, there hasn't been a lot that's gone on today. At least as far as them bragging. Like, man, Ben Gvir being killed would just be so fucking great. I can't even put it into words how amazing it would be for Ben Gvir to be fucking dead. He's such an awful human being. And I would just feel nothing. Nothing for his family. Nothing for his friends, his children. Nothing. This is a horrible human being.
The views and facts in this call to action do not necessarily represent all of TBD, but are the words of the guy from the Enjoy. Why aren't the First Amendment auditors all
strange, man.
Together? Since
I can't believe we're at war. I can't believe we're a wartime situation, and it's strange. There's like nothing to attach it to. You can't say, oh, we were victimized, we were attacked, anything like that. Like, it's just strange as shit. And of course, you're being shown these narratives of Iran is attacking everyone but Israel. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I guess if they're attacking American military bases, that would make sense. But, it's weird to be like, the reality that I've been shown for such a long time has me like, fuck Trump. Fuck the association with Israel. Go opposition. Yay, opposition. You kick the ass, you can't, rooting for him. And that's weird. I don't want anybody to die. I wish this would end without bloodshed and all that, but you can't. These friars are just horrible. It's all about them. And the only way any of this really gets dealt with and addressed is if people are willing to accept and understand that fact. Like, it's the friars. They're the bad people. They're the bad guys. Fuck everything, Israel. Fuck you to the moon and back. And, again, you don't think that random Israeli pages are just stumbling across mine. No, they're being sent here. This is an assignment. Act.il, or the Rise app at this point, is assigning these pieces of shit missions. Missions to come to pages like mine and try to interfere. And, because they're so stupid, this is what they do. Like, this dumbass is literally typing in like anybody gives a shit. He knows nobody's going to understand him but him. And there's so much going on in so many different ways, but people aren't understanding, like, this. The biggest thing is the pedophile thing. If we can show the rest of the population that we're dealing with not just a genocidal cult, but a pedophile cult that is operates on the practices of pedophilia. Like, people, I think that's really such a huge key to this. If you're watching, like, share, sub, help out. If you agree that raping your own children, especially, but children in general, that's wrong. If you agree it's wrong, then help, share. If you agree that children shouldn't be bled, drained of their blood and the blood used for rituals. If you believe that children shouldn't be sexually violated. As far from 8 days old, they get their first sexual violation, but then that shit continues until they're 12 years and 1 day old when they make that transition out of the childhood arena, and they can now be married off and shit. Like, it's all just so fucked up. And this shit's what's happening. Go look at places like Lakewood. Settlements, I should say, like Lakewood, because that's what they're doing. They're putting settlements all over the United States, like they had in Palestine in the the 30s and shit. Lots of you think that this whole the Balfour Declaration in 1960, but it's absolutely not. This goes back to 1882 in Balfour Declaration, or in the Auto Emancipation pamphlet. This goes back to I mean, I don't like going too far past 18 something, because who knows what the fuck the actual truth is once you start getting back that far. We know the adage, winners write the history. So, and we all know that the Netanyahus of the world, like, they literally can't say too much before they lie. Everything they do is a lie. Everything. The friars' entire existence is a lie. And they know it. That's the thing. So if everything is based on lies, then then lying becomes second nature. Then lying is just a part of your thing. Their entire thing is a lie. Understand that all of the Abrahamic religions, all three, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, but especially Judaism, are reliant on, I mean, I guess it's not even especially one over the other. They're all basically the same anyway. So, but they all rely on the Exodus narrative. Exodus has to have happened for the Abrahamic religions to exist. And Exodus is universally panned as one of the dumbest, most impossible stories in the Bible. It's just flat out stupidity. Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm just trying to make something happen real quick, so you gotta bear with me. Just hang with me. Just hang with me. In the bathroom yelling, John, who? Sorry about that. Jesus Christ, it's insane in here. What the fuck is everybody being so stupid today? I mean, I think about, like, what are the celebrations gonna be like when the announcements come through that they've killed them? I don't know. I don't think people understand quite the level of depravity we're up against. You know, I don't think people understand the evil that we're up against. I don't think people understand just how fucking awful this cult is, and the extent to which that they exist and violate. Like they're violators. They're serial fucking violators who I mean, the key is that, like, if you understand what they can do to their own children, if they can do it to their own children, what do you think they can do to the rest of us? Or won't do to the rest of us, or your children? This requires just real common sense. That's it. Just common sense. What, who can violate their own children? Who violates their own children and then calls it religious doctrine and who does that? Like, how could you do that and not think anything of it? And understand that we're talking about easily just the worst of the worst. Inserting objects into children, sticking hands in boiling water, drowning them, burning them, bringing them to death, and then bringing them back to life. Shit like that, like MK Ultra style shit. And you just think like
people always ask me,
this is all, it's all so well known. I know about it, and now I'm telling you about it. You have the option of calling me crazy and going about your day, calling me crazy and trying to prove it, or understanding like what I have nothing to gain from lying about this. It definitely doesn't bring attention. If I wanted attention, I'd just talk to you guys about how great Jesus is. You guys already believe that, and it's been proven time and time again that Jesus believers will give money to people for telling them what they already supposedly know. It's just fucking silly. So if I just wanted attention, I'd go down that route. I wouldn't talk about the one thing everybody knows we're not allowed to talk about. Like that's just stupid. So ask yourself, like, what are you waiting for? I mean, what are you thinking? We're talking about, again, bleeding children, draining children of their blood to use for rituals. We're talking about horrible ritualistic sexual abuse that involves family members and rabbis and teachers and just parents and all of it. The insanity by which all of this takes place is unacceptable by all standards of life. It's like, come on, guys, like, what have you been shown? What have you been told? What have you experienced that makes you subscribe to anything Israel? Like, do you think they like you? Do you think they're good to you? Do you think they look out for you? Do you think they care about you even slightly? Do you think the Israelis are like, man, I sure hope Bill in Ohio is doing well today? Like, do you really think that shit? This is like, I don't know why you have to continue to have your hand held, but it's like, what are you missing? Yeah, it's definitely not the pedophilia, right? Pedophilia isn't the worst. Raping children isn't the worst. Genocide isn't the worst. And all you fucking Trump supporters out there, again, you're a pedophile. Like, to me, if you support Trump, you are a pedophile. If I'm wrong, I'd love to hear your explanation for how that works. But I just can't, you support a pedophile, you have to be a pedophile. This shit that's the only way it works. Do you know, does anybody else think pedophiles are okay? And Trump supporters will always say shit like, oh, you have Trump derangement syndrome or something. But it's like, okay, so tell me what I'm wrong about. Are you saying this man is not a pedophile? At the very least, can you admit that he covers up for pedophile organizations? At the very least? Or are you that deranged? How about the low gas prices? Everybody loving these low gas prices? Ours went up 50 cents last night. What about yours? These low gas prices, because of Biden and Harris were sitting around thinking, how can we raise the gas prices and the food prices? Food and gas prices are up, but the gas prices especially, way, way up. And you say, well, it's because we're at war. Yeah, but we don't get anything from this. There's literally no benefit to Americans from anything that's happening. Unless, of course, you have a kid that you're hoping dies in the war or something. Then maybe you'll get some benefit from it. But this is, there's nothing beneficial from this. That we are literally, our children are being used to facilitate Israeli genocide. And I hate using the Israeli moniker because Israel doesn't exist. Israel is just a construct. They tell you Israel is from this invisible line to that invisible line, and you just accept it. The reality is, it's not Israel that is, raping children in Hollywood. It's not Israel that is committing genocide. It's the friars that inhabit that place. The friar pedophile genocidal cult. And anybody that wants to hide of them, yeah, it is. Yeah. You don't get to be like, oh, I'm a part of the pedophile cult. I just don't take part in any of it. Who would believe you? If somebody tells you that they are a NAMBLA member, but they don't partake in any of the child stuff, they just give money, they just vote for it, violently defend the organization and all that. Do you go, oh, well, yeah, they're probably not. They probably just think NAMBLA. Or do you think, yeah, nobody joins NAMBLA because they throw great parties or whatever. That's disgusting. I mean, think about it. We all know what NAMBLA is, and it's a newer organization in the scheme of things. We aren't talking about some bullshit cult that's said to have been around for the last couple thousand years. I don't know these lights on. That's weird. War means money. Yeah, but if you print the money, you don't care about the money. Money isn't there to have. They're not trying to get more money. Money is there. Always never have enough. No matter how much money you make, the life that you lead will put you in the same position at whatever level you're in. Living check to check, a couple of bad decisions or bad, mishaps away from being on the street or whatever. Look at that. I just went from 20-something to one person watching in the blink of an eye. Almost like my feed is being fucked with. But hey, that's not true, is it? You can see there's more than one person commenting, but now I'm back up to 15. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. This is fucking stupid, man. Look at these dumbass commenters. Cracked away from what's going on. You're disgusting, and you know it. You know you're a coward. You know you're a pedophile bitch. That's why you keep saying stupid shit. You're terrified that me, not someone like me, that me will get that I will get the fucking platform that I should have. You know, somehow we break through all this censorship and I actually get the platform I should have. I mean, you know, 2,500 subscribers, 3 viewers, and 4 likes makes no sense. But you're terrified because you don't want me out here telling people it's okay to hate them. Hate them. You would hate anything else. Anything else that has the same sort of belief structure, standards, outlines, practices, rituals, all that shit that they have, you would hate them. And you would be justified and celebrated for hating it. Nobody would tell you that's inappropriate. Don't hate that pedophile group. Nah, everybody be like, fuck yeah. As soon as they find out that there's kids involved, kids being assaulted, kids being violated, most people would be like, okay, well, that's all I needed to hear. Yeah, I hate them too. And yet when it comes to this one group of people, we got to be like, oh, no, it's tradition that they metzitzia, that they suck on the bloody baby penis. That's okay. It's beautiful. It's religious. I literally had somebody that one of my regular trolls calls himself Rabbi dumb shit or something. When asking him about the Talmud and what the Talmud says about raping children 3 years and 1 day old, he said, "Oh, it's not rape. That's an act of God." He called raping children an act of fucking God. And really, I mean, you know, he's probably not really lying now that you think about it. God is everywhere at all times, right? Right, dumb Christians? So literally every time a child's being raped by a clergy member, your God's sitting there watching, eating his popcorn. Just like, yeah, man, that sure looks like it hurts. It's amazing. We got all the way up into the high 20s, and then they just tanked it. That's okay. I'm about to be done anyway, because getting to the destination, and that's how that works. Run home to they mom.
So if Charlie went on to Walmart, he would be sleeping with the shit he already is, but I didn't mean that literally. I fry her hugs and kisses and constant 8-pack chivalry would end just like when Hillary won but lost the election. And then she seemingly willingly disappeared like Bill's erection whenever she's undressing, since she's no teen on Epstein Island. And just like Charlie's quest for blessings, true change starts and ends with violence. But did he really die, when and where, they say? And who were those 2 guys sending signals like the play was just another JFK to make the country miserable? Because at the end of every day, we're all Goyim slaves to Israel.
What's up, Dookie?
I just want to